Within a matter of months, I went from working 3 jobs at one time to fully creating income online 100% faceless without marketing one piece of content on social media. I'm Sabah. I am a Pinterest coach and creator, and I have fully monetized the Pinterest platform by utilizing it as a traffic source to my digital products. Let's start at the beginning of how this happened, because the way that my reality completely shifted is exactly how yours is going to do the exact same thing by putting yourself in the right position and taking action on the things that you already know. A little bit of background: in 2019, I was working 3 jobs at one time. I had 2 jobs in the hospitality industry, and I was also working in childcare. So I was waking up at 6 a.m. and sometimes not going to sleep until 4 a.m. And this was happening day in and day out. It came to a point where I knew that there was something that I needed to do in order to change and shift, because I had dreams of traveling, not having to wake up to an alarm, not having to request time off in order to enjoy time with friends and family, and not having to answer to a boss in order to make a check. Day after day, I was clocking in and out of multiple jobs and figuring out what it is that I needed to do to get out of the rat race and literally cut the hamster wheel in half so that I could create my own path of any direction that I wanted. In January of 2020, I made the New Year's resolution that by March of 2020, I was never going to work for somebody ever again. And honestly, the way that manifested was kind of crazy. We all know what happened in March of 2020 and how we all were forced essentially to go on lockdown. With so many things happening with the world at all these different paces, it took a lot of us coming into terms with what it is that we wanted to do and what we wanted out of life specifically. That time allowed me to reflect on multiple passions that I had previously had. And while doing that reflection, I randomly got a notification one day. I look into my notifications and it's an alert from the Pinterest platform that somebody had commented on a piece of content that I posted in 2018 asking where I got an item of clothing from. From there, a light bulb literally went off. As I started doing further research, I was looking at my notifications from days ago, weeks ago, months ago, and saw so many people commenting, asking where I've gotten items of clothing, how they could get access to the resources that I was sharing on a completely faceless account that I started for fun in high school. And in high school, I was in fashion marketing, so I was really into studying buyer behavior, how to market products, and the back end of the fashion industry overall. I actually thought that that's what I was going to do when I graduated high school, but life ended up happening and I ended up going straight into the workforce. In that workforce, I quickly advanced onto the sales team in the job that I was in, and it taught me a lot about sales, different buyer behaviors, and all of those different things. And when I started to reflect on all of those things after getting that notification, I realized that Pinterest was literally a gold mine. I started to notice how many people had demand for the things that I was sharing, for pictures that I had, and they wanted to buy the specific products. And from there, I realized that buyers were on Pinterest specifically. And then I realized that I was once a buyer on the Pinterest platform. In 2014, I was in high school. It was my senior year and I was going to prom. So naturally, I searched on the Pinterest platform, prom dress inspiration and ideas. Lo and behold, this specific dress popped up and I immediately bought it from the Pinterest platform. And it brought me back to the fact that if I behaved and bought like that on Pinterest, there were probably millions and millions of other people that were doing the exact same thing. And after that realization came, I doubled down and went to work. Now, I had been studying the Pinterest platform for a long time because it was so different than every other platform. It was super interesting to me and it always provided me with fashion inspiration. So through all of that research, I started creating content and just sharing what I learned on the Pinterest platform. And this is how the monetization ended up happening. As I was sharing inspiration and resources, I started getting random emails of people reaching out to me asking if I could manage their Pinterest accounts, asking if I did management and if I could help them make money on the Pinterest platform and drive traffic to their brands. And I started wondering, where is all of this traffic coming from? I go to look at my profile and I realized that I put my contact email when I signed up inside of my bio. Now, of all the research that I had done on the Pinterest platform, just to share advice with what I had learned, I was accidentally monetizing the platform in real time. From there, I onboarded my first client and I started working on growing their account. And then from there, I started growing more and more clients' accounts in different niches with different offers. In between that time, I had a lot of side hustles. When I started getting more management clients, I started focusing mainly on that. And what I noticed with the experience of being a Pinterest manager and having those clients and also also having a physical product brand was that my digital product clients were actually making more profit than anyone. They were keeping more of the profit. And that is when I doubled down on creating my own offer. So from all of the research, all of the implementation, and all of the different niches and people that I worked with, I curated my own offer as a resource for business owners when it came to Pinterest management. In the first month of marketing that digital product offer, I ended up hitting 4 figures with that alone. Now, this is where everything started to completely take off. And I literally kept testing Pinterest accounts as time went on in all of these different niches with all of these different offers and price points. And I realized I had something. As that ended up taking off, I ended up getting busier and completely offboarded management for other accounts. I realized that if I took time to further double down on my craft, I could really make something of this. And not only that, but teach other people how to do the exact same thing. So from there, I started focusing specifically on marketing digital products and building up digital product brands and using Pinterest to drive traffic. And since then, I've not only scaled multiple accounts myself, but I've also helped other people to do the exact same thing. And that's the whole reason that I created this channel, to show you guys that it's absolutely possible with whatever it is that you have right now, and that you can start monetizing the Pinterest platform without needing a physical product, without needing a bunch of overhead, and without needing a huge amount of capital. There are multiple different niches that you can focus on when it comes to monetizing the Pinterest platform, and multiple different ways that you can monetize Pinterest. Yes, I focused on digital products, but since then I have helped people scale YouTube channels and grow those, scale e-commerce brands with the education, grow and monetize blogs, and even monetize other social media platforms with the power of Pinterest, because we're using it again as a traffic source to get them off of the platform. Now, the reason again that you want to be utilizing Pinterest in the first place is because of the fact that you don't need a huge following in order to start. You can literally start with 0 followers, and you can literally monetize with 0 followers. I have done it, and I have taught multiple people how to do it multiple times. The Pinterest platform has absolutely changed my life and brought me from a girl that had multiple jobs but knew that there was more out in this world to a girl who's literally creating income online, traveling wherever I want. I have location freedom and financial freedom, and now I'm able to share what I know and what took me years and years to learn to other people and help them do the exact same thing. So if you're looking for your sign to start taking a platform seriously, or you need some guidance on where to start in the first place, feel free to subscribe to this channel, where I'll be uploading even more videos on your in-depth strategies on how to monetize the Pinterest platform, and comment any questions down below so I can answer your specific questions in videos moving forward. If you want further education and step-by-step guidance and a breakdown with resources, pre-made templates, and a full Discord community that I've used to help people scale to millions and millions of dollars collectively from the Pinterest platform, all organically at that, I created a program called Pinterest Prosperity, and it's dedicated to helping you master and monetize the Pinterest platform, no matter what niche it is that you're in and no matter where you're leading your audience. Because I believe there's space for everyone. Everyone can make so much money on this platform, and if you take action and stick with it, there is so much that's waiting for you on the other side. So feel free to grab my program Pinterest Prosperity down below if you want that step-by-step guidance and access to our full Discord community, where you'll find private access to me as well, or my one-on-one services if you already have a Pinterest account and are looking to grow and scale that. This is your push to seek more, especially before this next year rolls in. Thanks so much for watching and listening to my story, and I'll see you guys in the next one.